Ladies, welcome to this quick video. I'm doing this because obviously I see a lot of comments and I want you to understand how the challenge is working. It might be the case that some of you really don't understand this challenge or some of you don't even know what to post about it. So I wanted to make sure what you can do instead, right? So usually I would be here doing this last video with a 0 calorie Red Bull on my hand, and today I have this water with a splash of how did like those vitamin powders to kind of like give not only the water a taste but obviously to give some hydration, right? So what is this challenge about? And by the comments of it, I really see that to the high level of it, like a lot of you guys missing the point. And the point is that I created this program, the Better Over 40 program, to give everybody flexibility. I'm the king of anti-orthorexis type of mentality on food, meaning like I'm the major person that says do not restrict, do not go on keto, do not restrict carbs, do not um and I'm kind of like the king as well to give you flexibility. But this flexibility, the point is that should be a choice, not something that you have to do because you have no power to choose. Most people live in this world of, hey, I know that that now calorie in, calorie out is one of the major needle mover. What I'm gonna do, I'm just basically gonna have instead of soda, 0 calorie soda, which that's an excellent mentality. I'm gonna be the one usually pushing you through that. But when you say that, you almost feel like you have no power of choice. You give that taste of sweet, and not taste of Coca-Cola, by the way, taste of sweet. And of course, when it comes to calorie drinks, that's a little bit of a side tangent. But when it comes to calorie drinks, what really gives the taste of the Coca-Cola, nobody really knows this, but it's really the sparkle. Because try to drink the Coca-Cola without the sparkle, it tastes like shit, no matter what version of it, right? Now, when you say, I need the sweet because I need a dopamine hit on my brain, I need to be happy, it means like without that, you wouldn't be happy. And that's a huge problem, right? Why I created this challenge, and I know already this is going to be one of the biggest mini challenge if you do it, because some of you that are successful in this will come back next week. And what I encourage you doing, if you're working with me, take your measurement now and take your measurement in 10 days. You'll be amazed, some of you, what the changes are from this challenge because you didn't factor the underlying causes of drinking calorie or drinking drinks with 0 calories in there. What is that thing? Let's go to the science of it. We are mammals, the only mammals, by the way, that we have to or want to drink milk after when you finish when the mom finishes giving you breastfeeding. We are the only mammal that continue. No animal does that. No animal does that. If one time I had a, forget the name in English now. Well, one of those things with all the spikes, that animal like on the floor outside. He was around. I gave him milk. I didn't know about it. He got worms. So we are the only mammals that are allowed to do that. This is also why 80% of people have some sort of a milk intolerance. What do they do instead? They go to soy milk, not understanding that the estrogen on the soy milk at time, it's a problem. What do they do instead? They go to almond milk, not understanding that there is also intolerance, some people into almond milk. Then they go and they say, fuck, I'm doing everything correctly and I'm not losing weight. The reality is you're not doing everything correctly. Chances are it's not the almond milk the problem. Chances are there is other things that you're doing that you're not factoring. This is kind of the scenario. It's never about one thing only. It's always about a multitude of things. What happens if you eliminate the milk for a week? You probably have clarity whether these aliments, whether this food is good or bad for you. Not good or bad in general, good or bad for you, for your specific thing. There is tons of studies showing that coffee is good, coffee is bad, and I see comments, black coffee is okay, black coffee is the 0 calorie. Like, this is not only about the calorie. Taking away the calories will minimize error from drinking it, right? But the major thing is that, and comfort and discomfort. I'm going to that in a second. But again, there are 50 studies, 100 studies that shows coffee is good, 100 studies shows it's bad for depression, whatever. The other one shows good for performance, for getting you the hits, you're kind of like better performing, whatever. Some take away the hunger, some bring the hunger, whatever. That the same thing for energy drinks. You know, what the fact is for sure that they dehydrate you. What happens when you get dehydrated? You burn mass. You don't build muscle. You burn less fat less effectively. You don't have good intracellular passage between the nutrients. You don't absorb stuff. Okay, your immunity is compromised. So there is no fact. There is no deny on the fact that tea, coffee, energy drinks dehydrates you on the high level. There is no argument on that. That's the fact. So, what bad does it do for you to actually quit that for a week? I see no bad. It's kind of those things that's like I'm getting uncomfortable for a week, and it's not about the calorie, it's about the logic, right? Now, are you gonna survive? Yeah, chances are you are, right? Like you can get a bunch of fruits that has water in there. You can get water with some vitamins in there. It gives you a taste. You could potentially think about this challenge. It's not about the answer. I think Marcela asked, what do I need to post? You need to post what you would have instead, like I'm doing here. Or if really you felt for it and it's like, I couldn't resist about my coffee, about my Coca-Cola 0 calorie at night, what is the thought process? What got you so to give so much value to that drink that you had to drink it? Because if you understand that basis, you understand emotional eating. That's the same thing on emotional eating, aka that's the same thing of low self-worth. That's the same thing of low confidence because you give so much value to something which has no value, which is clear to me that if you watch this video, some of you are going to get a breakthrough moment and it's like, fuck, I really understand now. What is the point? I teach flexibility, but flexibility you can choose, not that you are forced upon you. Flexibility. So that means that when you say, I need my coffee, or this has 0 calorie and you can still drink it, you're basically saying the same thing like I've been teaching for so long. It's like, if you have to have a pizza, it's better that you have the toast pizza like I'm doing. You're saving the calories. That makes sense. But if you want to get to the next level, and if you want to change identity, if you want to finally get to the fact that you hone your choices and you can conquer emotional eating or emotional drinking or whatever, it means that you need to do this thing. You need to be able to get discomfort. And we are taught with all this crap that we drink that discomfort is something that we don't need or that we can still drink whatever. Like, and this is a fact. I see that. And I see how much mind weakness that there is inside everywhere. And I see it. I just saw a few comments, and that's exactly what the point is that if you can't say no for something for about a week for the purpose of saying I am in control, you're missing the whole point. Like you're missing like the point of emotional eating. You're missing the point of this. I'm gonna use this example, and you can, and I made a reel about it. You can like the guy or you can not like the guy. Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the biggest soccer player ever. I don't much necessarily feel like he's much of a soccer player that is good as much as he's a disciplined guy. Why the guy is so successful? Because he's disciplined. One time he made, I think, a video about it, and of course, it doesn't need any. The guy doesn't need any money, but I think he took like some Pepsi or Coca-Cola or whatever. He said like we don't drink this shit like here, and he put champions drink water, and that's an identity, by the way. And it's not an identity because it needs to back up who it is. It's an identity because it chose to be that. Now, if you choose for 1 week to give up something, you're going to realize something really important. And I know I'm going to realize, but you're going to realize it too. That it is so fucking hard to give up something that you feel that you need to have. And it's crazy because the thing that you need to have really is not important. Coca-Cola, coffee, Red Bull. It's not important. It's not like saying, I need to have something because otherwise I'm gonna stop breathing. And if you don't get that, you don't get emotional eating. Next time you're gonna have the tiramisu in front of you, you're not able to connect the fact that it's like, why do I fucking need to eat that? It's not important. I can eat it again in the future, but not right now. And what happens when you say no right now and you don't need it, and it's not something that you feel like I have to restrict from, but I want, then the next time you're gonna feel like, oh, I don't really have to restrict it again. I don't have to have it really. I can have it next time. I can have it next time. What happened in a matter of months? You change who you are. You change your identity and you finally lose the fucking weight and you keep it off, changing your brain. Okay? So now maybe you understand why it's important to not say, oh, I need my coffee. No, you don't need it. It's a choice. You can have it, yes. You can always have it, yes. But if you want to hone your choice, that's the first step. I'm so proud of Claudia that she made this post and it's like, I know how hard it is for you because I know that we talk all the time and you struggle with so many things. And you changing the identity and like really doing this, it's hard. Like you motivating me to actually do it as better than you, right? So it's like we motivate each other. I highly suggest this is probably the most underlined. I didn't think there was going to be a big deal, this challenge, but this is probably the most important mini challenge you guys can have, and somebody's going to win some money for participating. Do the work, and I hope this I hope you understand the only way to cure emotional eating, the only way. Because if we know that you're eating enough, if we know that you have whatever, no metabolic issue, then it's all mental. And the only way that you cure this shit is when you actually hone your choices for a matter of you owning the choices because you say, this is something that I'm ready to do. Some people are gonna say it's not worth it for me. Well, then your results is not probably something important, which is all good. It doesn't make you any worse of a person. It's just like that's your choice. But if somebody has results that what they want, you need to change your identity. This is probably one of the most important video you're gonna see when it comes to identity shift. Do the challenge. Keep it up. Some already started. Like do the challenge for this week. You're gonna learn so many things. Not to mention that if you take in your measurements now and in 10 days, you'll see a bunch of differences. And you'll see, wow, I didn't know it was that important. You'll see. Some of you will really see a different. So hopefully that helps, and I talk to you soon.